Hello and welcome to another daily devotion. As this week we've gone through the colorful texts of the prophets and why they were so unpopular. Do you have any friends that will tell you how it is, even if you don't want to hear it? You've been a real jerk this week. Um, you know, I found you to be very selfish lately. The things you said to your boyfriend or girlfriend were way out of line in how you treated them. And maybe at first, your first reaction is, who do you think you are talking to me like that? Mind your own business. But the truth is, to have a friend who loves you enough to tell you the truth and to hold the mirror up to your face is a friend worth their weight in gold because they're honest with you, because they love you. The prophet Amos is one of the minor prophets in the Hebrew Bible. And the people of Israel, the northern kingdom, tell him, Amos, we want you to go home, go back to Judah, go let them pay you to be a prophet down there in the southern kingdom, because up here in the north, we don't want anything to do with you. This idea of God measuring us out like a plumb line, of God going to punish us because we worship all kinds of other things and idolized other things, replaced you with gods of our own making. And Amos says, listen, you got it all wrong. I wasn't a prophet in Judah. I took care of sycamore trees and I was a shepherd. I'm a farmer and a dresser of trees. I'm not sure what a dresser of a sycamore tree is, but that's what Amos did. He said, the only reason I'm coming up here talking to you about God is because God sent me. And because God wants you to know that God cares about you enough to tell you the truth. But the problem is, it's kind of like that courtroom in A Few Good Men and Colonel Jessup when McAfee, Tom Cruise, lights into him and he says, you can't handle the truth. Well, that's Israel. We don't want to hear your truth, Amos. We don't want to hear the things God is trying to tell us. We're good as it is. And here's the rub. In the prophet Amos, what was wrong with Israel? Well, it makes me a little nervous to tell you. Economically, they were doing really well. They were living in pretty nice houses. They were eating fine foods and fine wines, while their brothers and sisters cried out in need. They took their brother's coat in pledge, knowing that they were needing to sleep in it. It's the only coat they had on cold nights, but they took it anyway and kept it because they could. And they're abusive to the poor, dressed up in fancy jewelry and clothing, driving all the best chariots, while their neighbors were in massive need. Huge gulf between the haves and the have-nots. I hope it doesn't sound familiar. Prophet Amos says, listen, in all your comfort and greed, you've forgotten each other. You've left so many behind to die in the dust and dirt alone. God says, this isn't going to do. That's the truth. You've been a selfish and inward-looking people, looking out only for your own families. Where's the community? Where's the brotherly and sisterly love? So they say, hey, Amos, thanks a lot for the message. Here's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. Nobody likes to hear the prophets. Maybe that's why there's so few of them today. Somebody who, like a good friend, loves you enough to tell you the truth, even when you don't want to hear it. You got somebody like that in your life? I hope you do.